We've all been there. You start a lesson, ask a question about last week's work, and you're met with 30 blank stares. It's like your students have hit factory reset on everything you taught them. Today, we're tackling the science of memory and the Ebbinghaus Forgetting Curve. I'm going to show you how to build the Retrieval Architect, a gem that generates high-impact 3-2-1 lesson starters for any subject in under 30 seconds. But why does that factory reset happen? It isn't a lack of effort from your students, it's actually just biology. As you can see here on the Ebbinghaus Forgetting Curve, our brains are effectively hardwired to forget. The statistics, though, are pretty brutal. Without active review, we lose 50% of new information within just 24 hours. By the time a week has passed, up to 90% of that learning has simply evaporated into the brain drain. And for those of us standing in front of a class after a long break like the Christmas holidays, that curve just bottoms out. You aren't just reviewing, you're often just starting from scratch. That is the pain point we're going to solve today by engineering a way to flatten that curve. So how do we flatten that curve? How do we stop the brain drain and make learning stick? We engineer a solution. For this, we're going to build a Gemini Gem. Now, if you've seen my previous videos, you'll know that gems are custom versions of Gemini that you can train to do specific tasks for you. They're like having your own AI personal assistant tailored for education. Let me show you exactly how this gem, the Retrieval Architect, works. It all starts with your input. You simply tell the gem today's new topic and paste in any recent learning notes you have, perhaps from your lesson slides or schemes of work. And crucially, you can also upload any previous material, maybe a PDF of last term's syllabus, a textbook chapter, or even a photo of an old revision list. The gem will read anything that you give to it. Once the gem has your input, the magic happens inside the Retrieval Architect gem itself. This is where our custom logic loop comes into play. It processes your material through a 3-2-1 retrieval method. It identifies the 3 recent questions for immediate recall, finds the 2 interleaved questions from older content to strengthen long-term memory, and then the most powerful part, crafts that one connection question to build a deep understanding or schema for your students. And what do you get out of the gem? Ready to use, perfectly structured resources. You get a student slide content, clean, often projector ready, so you can put it straight up on the board. And importantly, you also get a teacher answer key, complete with a few pedagogical notes. So you're ready to lead the discussion without having to remember every single answer yourself. It's a complete do now starter engineered in seconds. So let's have a look at how this Retrieval Architect gem works. Now, all I need to do here at the very bottom is just give the gem some information. Now, it could be that you type it in. It could be that you press the plus button and upload a file. Perhaps it's a photo. You could even drag and drop in here. But for the purposes of this demonstration, I've actually got a Google Doc with some information already in it. Today's new topic, recent learning about Mendelssohn's Italian Symphony, and previous terms of information and what I've covered with the students. All I'm going to do is select it all. I'm going to press Control-C to copy it. Here we go to the gem. I'm going to go Control-V to paste it in. And I'm just going to whack that Submit button. And it has a little think. So here we go, and it says, greetings, I'm the Retrieval Architect. And right, student slide, the retrieval starter. So immediate recall, it comes up with 3 questions about that recall. So what's the specific key and tonality? Nice, which family of instruments provide the pulsating repeated chords? This is good stuff to get the students just trying to remember things that we talked about last lesson. And there's that interleaved recall, previous term, in a standard sonata form. What is the name of the section that comes immediately before the development? Nice. So it's trying to reach into their brains to trying to get them to think a bit deeper, so for some information that took place a little bit longer ago. And then let's look at the schema building, the connection. In the exposition, themes are introduced in a stable way. How do you predict the development, today's topic, or treat those themes differently? These are nice questions. This one here is thinking about, well, helping the students think about what they're going to cover in today's lesson. And of course, underneath those questions, we've got the teacher key or the cheat sheet, the pedagogical answers or questions and answers, and it comes up with all the answers that you need here. This is great, just the sort of stuff to help you out at the very start of a lesson. Let's have a look under the bonnet at how this gem is actually put together. Now, once you have used this gem at least once, if you go to your gem manager, which you can get to by going to Gemini, clicking on gems, you come to your gem manager, it'll appear in your shared with me. And if you wanted to make your own copy, next to it, there's 3 dots, you put make a copy. But I'm going to click on this edit button so you can see straight inside. Let's give ourselves a bit more space. Here we go. And it's this bit here, the instructions, which is the most important part of the gem. So first of all, I've given it a clear role. You are the retrieval architect. And I've given it a bit of information here, particularly mentioning this Ebbinghaus Forgetting Curve. I've talked about the theory and logic. You must follow the 3-2-1 retrieval method. 3 questions on immediate recall, 2 questions on the interleaved recall, 1 question on schema building. Now, of course, if you've made your own copy, you could change this to, for example, 4-2-1. 4 questions on immediate recall, 2 and 1. Whatever you want to do. The point is here, I've told the gem explicitly what I want it to do. I've set up some constraints, a source of truth. I've said to it, prioritize any uploaded documents as the schemes of work. That's where it's basing all of its information. Timing, I've said everything should be answerable by students in under 5 minutes. And I've given it some information about accuracy. Now, for me, the important bit is this output format. Provide the output in 2 distinct sections. As you would have seen from the demo a moment ago, it first provides the student slide information. It doesn't muddle together the teacher key or that cheat sheet. It puts them in 2 separate sections. And it does that because I've explicitly said in this output format section, I want a section of the student slide and then of the teacher key. Now, if you do tinker with it for your own copy of it, that's absolutely fine, but do make sure you press the update button so that it remembers it in your account. Before we finish, a quick but vital reminder. You are the architect. The AI is the assistant. I always say this, and I'll keep saying it, always check the output of any AI tool. While this gem is built on solid pedagogical logic, it doesn't know your specific students like you do. It might miss a nuance, or you might find a question that needs a bit more spice for your top set. If it isn't perfect, don't just settle for it. Refine it or regenerate it. Take ownership of that final output. Use the time you saved by not starting from scratch to make that do now truly exceptional for your class. And that's how the Retrieval Architect works, taking the complex science of memory and turning it into a 30-second workflow that actually moves the needle for your students. You can grab the exact instructions and prompts I use today on my website. The link is in the video description. My goal here at AI Theory Guy is to help you move past the AI hype and master these tools with professional purpose and pedagogical logic. If you found this useful, please subscribe to join the community and share this with a colleague. Let's make the classroom a place where we work smarter and not harder. I'm the AI Theory Guy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.